Welcome to Derektronic, where we experiment, learn, and build with electronics. What you see right here, inserted on the breadboard, is a component known as a transistor. In particular, this is a bipolar junction transistor. Our lesson for today will focus mainly on this component. In the field of electronics, a bipolar junction transistor like this one is used for two purposes. One, can be used as an amplifier, a current amplifier in particular. And the second can also be used as an electronic switch. Now, as you can see right here, the actual transistor itself. The head of the transistor has two faces. There's a flat face here on this side, and you get a round edge at the other side. And if you look at here, it has three legs, or the technical term being used here is pins, so it has three pins. Now, a bipolar junction transistor like this one can be one of two types. It can be an NPN transistor or a PNP transistor. And the legs of the transistor, or the pins of these transistors, are named as follows. One of the leg is the base, the other one is a collector, and the third leg is the emitter. Now, let me pose two problems before we go to the theoretical part of our discussion. The first problem, normally encountered by users of this type of components, is this one. How do I know if the transistor I have in my hands is an NPN or a PNP transistor? Now, let me pose a second problem now. Aside from that, the three legs of the transistor. How do I know which is the base, which is the emitter, and which is the collector? Later on in this video, you will find out that once you've identified if a bipolar junction transistor is NPN or PNP, once you've identified whether it's an NPN or PNP transistor, you will for sure know the base leg of the transistor right away, because you need to know the base first, the base pin of the transistor, before you could be able to identify if it's an NPN or PNP transistor. So we could actually restate that second problem I mentioned. Since you know the base already, so the remaining two legs, or the remaining two pins, which is the emitter, which is the collector. As stated earlier, bipolar junction transistors come in two types. You have the NPN transistors and the PNP transistors. In the schematic diagram, an NPN transistor looks like this. Here you can see the three pins of the transistors marked as the collector, the base, and the emitter. The emitter is marked with an arrow pointing outwards towards the transistor. So if the arrow is pointing outwards, what we have there is an NPN transistor. If the arrow is pointing inwards, going towards the base, as you see here on the right, what you have is a PNP transistor. Let us now try to answer the first problem I posed earlier. How do we know if a bipolar junction transistor is an NPN or PNP? What you see on this slide right now is the internal construction of an NPN and a PNP transistor. Here, on the diagram, you see that an NPN transistor are actually two diodes fused together at their anodes, with their fused anodes being the base of that transistor. For the PNP transistor, on the other hand, the two diodes that are fused together are actually fused at their cathodes this time around, with their fused cathodes being the base of that transistor. Knowing that information would be critical in determining whether a bipolar junction transistor is PNP or NPN. Why is that? Because we need to first find the base of the transistor in this case. Now, the actual transistor looks like this. Here we see the front view of the transistor, so what is facing you right now is the flat face of that transistor. Now, with the flat face facing you, we will number the pins or the legs of the transistors as follow. Pin number 1 is the left leg. Pin number 2 is the middle leg or the middle pin. Pin number 3 is the pin on the right or the leg on the right. Now, for most transistors, majority of them, bipolar junction transistors that is, the base is the middle pin. However, in some cases, for some transistors, the base is pin number 3, the one on the right. I gave some examples of such transistors, the A1015, the C1815, and the C945 transistors. Their base is actually pin number 3. Now, knowing whether a transistor is PNP or NPN, first thing you need to do is actually use your multimeter, put it in diode mode, and tap one of the probes of the meter at either pin 2 or pin 3. So you could use either the red LED first, the red probe first, or the black probe first. One of two things. Now, once you've done that, you tap the other probe on the other legs, and you try to take a measurement. What are you measuring there? What you're actually measuring is this. You're trying to make a measurement or trying to determine, okay, if the transistor has a base collector voltage and a base emitter voltage. So what will happen here is this, okay? You will make a guess. Where is the base? Pin number 2 or pin number 3. Then, using the other probe of your meter, you're going to tap the other two legs. And you need to find out if you're getting a non-zero value for the base to collect non-zero value for the base to collector voltage and the base to emitter voltage. Now, knowing that an NPN and a PNP transistors are actually composed of two diodes, you can clearly see here that for the NPN transistor, for instance, for the base collector voltage and the base emitter voltage to be both non-zero or positive, you need to forward bias both of these diodes, the two diodes you see here for the NPN. Now, for these two diodes to be forward bias, what will happen is this. What needs to happen is this. The positive terminal of your multimeter should be tapped at the base, with the negative terminals tapped at the collector and at the emitter. Once you've done that, you're actually going to get a measurement of the forward voltage of both diodes you see here, or the base collector voltage and the base emitter voltage for the NPN. Now, remember that if this happens, what you will have on the base is actually the red probe of your multimeter. This is the probe connected to the volt pin of your multimeter. So, if you make a guess and you get a non-zero value for base collector and base emitter voltage, and you have a red probe on the base, then what you have there is an NPN transistor. Now, what if you have the black probe on the base? If that's the case, what you have right there is a PNP transistor. Why? Because, okay, same condition. I need a non-zero value for both base collector and base emitter voltage. If that is the case, okay, you need to forward bias the two diodes you see here in the PNP transistor. Now, to forward bias both diodes, or to get the forward voltage of both diodes, what needs to happen is this. You need to have the negative terminal of your multimeter at the base and the positive terminal of your multimeter in both the collector and the emitter, one at a time, by the way. If that happens, you will get a non-zero value for both base collector and base emitter voltage. If this is the case, you have the negative terminal. That's your black probe. That's the black probe of your meter. You have a negative terminal of the meter at the base of the transistor. If this is the case, your transistor is PNP. Now that we have determined the base of the transistor, let us now try to answer the second problem I posed earlier. Of the remaining legs, which is the emitter,
which is the collector. The better question to ask there is, which of the remaining two legs is the emitter? Now, earlier, we made the measurement of both the base collector and the base emitter voltage. Knowing which of the remaining two legs is the emitter, we would need to compare the values of these two voltages. Theoretically, if a transistor is not connected to any circuit, the base emitter voltage is higher than the base collector voltage, which simply means that when I make a measurement of the voltages from base emitter and base collector, or the other two legs of the transistor, the one with the higher voltage is the emitter side of the transistor. And once you've determined that, the remaining leg will have to be the collector.
Based on what we have just discussed, let us now try to identify whether the three transistors at the top are NPN or PNP transistors. And further, for each transistor, let's also identify the pins. Which of the three pins is the base, which is the collector, and which is the emitter? What we will use in this test are the following. We're going to use this meter, the Fenner C2C53T, to identify both NPN or PNP and the legs of the transistor. And to verify if we have guessed correctly, I'm going to use this IC tester T100 because this one can test transistors. Now, let's do this now. Let's have the first transistor here first. This one. Okay. Actually, if you can get the part number of the transistor, you could just do a simple internet search to get the technical details about the transistor, like whether it's NPN or PNP, which is with the pin outs, including some more technical specification. The problem is this, okay? The flat face of the transistor sometimes, okay, where the part number or the model number is mentioned, okay, it's very, very difficult to see. You would need a magnifying glass sometimes or very good eyes to read the part number. Because once you have the part number, you could do a simple Google search, and Google, even Copilot or ChatGPT, will be able to tell you all about that transistor. Now, if your eyes are not that good, let's do it the standard way. Just use a multimeter for this purpose. Now, as discussed earlier, this is how we're going to use our multimeter. First off, switch this on first. There. What we need to do first is we need to put our multimeter in diode mode. Let me do that. Let me do that right now. There. It's in diode mode. Then we'll make a guess. Now, I need to get the reading both for the base emitter and base collector junctions. Now, best guess for where the base is the middle pin. Okay? Pin number 2. So what I'm going to do, see the pins there? What I'm going to do, I'm going to make an educated guess. Okay? I'm going to put first let me put first the black probe on the middle, then the red on either left or right pin. See if I'm going to get a reading. There. I'm not getting a reading. You can see on the meter itself, I'm getting 0. So I'm not getting a reading whether my red is on the left or on the right leg with the black pin in the middle. No reading there. Nothing. Now, let me now put my red probe at the middle and check if I will get a reading if I put the black either at the right or the left. Now I'm getting reading. Okay? The black probe is on the left pin or pin number 1. The red is on pin number 2. Let me move black to the pin number 3. I'm also getting reading. So what does that mean? Okay. I'm getting a reading now for the base emitter and base collector voltage. And what's on the middle pin, pin number 2, is the red. So we know that the middle pin is now the base. Now, what type of transistor is this? Based on our discussion earlier, if I would have a red probe at the middle or the base, and I'm getting a base collector, a non-zero value for the base collector and base emitter voltage, what I have right here is an NPN transistor. Now, let's try to make a guess on which is the collector and which is the emitter. So do that now. Let's take a look at now the voltages. Okay. Pin number 1 is 0.708 volts. For pin number 3 is 0.713 volts. As mentioned in our discussion earlier, the one with the higher voltage reading is the emitter. What does that mean? This transistor is an NPN transistor, and reading the emitter collector base legs, okay, we do it like this, okay? Pin number 1 is the collector. Pin number 2 is the base. Pin number 3 is the emitter. Let's verify that now using this one. So I'm going to insert it front face of the flat face facing you like that on the pins 1, 2, 3. See the 1, 2, 3 here with the flat face facing you. Okay, let's test it now. See this one. Transistor. So my guess is NPN, and the pin configuration would be emitter, collector first. Collector, base, emitter. From pin 1, collector, base, emitter. Emitter on pin number 3. See if I'm correct. NPN, and you can see here, on that order, 1, 2, 3. Collector, base, emitter. So we're correct. We correctly identified this transistor. Now let's have the second transistor now. This one. This one. So the same thing. Again, I will try to make an educated guess. Where is the base? Okay. Again, I normally start with pin number 2 first. Okay, as the base, the middle pin as a base. Okay. So in this particular, let's try it with the. Let me try the red again at the middle. The red at the middle. Red at the middle here. Okay, and the black probe on the right. See right there, I'm not getting any reading, okay? Whether the black probe is on pin number 1 or the black probe is in pin number 2. Remember, my red probe is in pin number 2. Black probe is in pin number 3. I'm not getting a reading. Now, let me now put the black probe on pin number 2. There. And check if I'll get a reading if my red is either at pin 1 or 3. Now I'm getting reading. See? I have 0.717 on pin number 1. Let me move to pin number 3 red. I'm also getting a reading. So what does that mean? Okay? Black probe on the base, which is pin number 2. What type of transistor is this now? This now is a PNP transistor. PNP with black probe at the middle. Now, which is the emitter now? Which is the collector? Let's try to identify. Let's compare the voltages. At pin 1, forward voltage is 0.717. At pin number 2, pin number 3, I'm sorry, forward voltage is 0.711 volts. So as I've said, as we have discussed earlier, the higher forward voltage is the emitter junction. So the emitter junction is here, pin number 1, or the emitter pin is pin number 1. So my guess is this for this transistor. It's a PNP transistor, and the order of the pin are as follows, from pin 1 to pin 3, okay? Pin 1 is the emitter, pin 2 is the base, and pin 3 is the collector. E, B, C. The C per correct. Same thing. Insert it on that side, 1, 2, and 3. Flat face facing us. Okay, you can see the flat face facing us here. And let's test the transistor now. Transistor. There. PNP, EBC. So our guess is correct. PNP, EBC for this transistor. So 2 out of 2 so far. PNP transistor, emitter, base, collector. Now let's take the third one. This one. The other one. I made a mistake. This one. Let's have this one now. Okay. Now, for this transistor, let's do the same thing we did earlier. Again, let's try to make an educated guess where the base is, okay? This time around, what I'll do, I'll put the black pin at pin number 2. So I will always guess, I'll try to first test pin number 2 if it's the base, okay? Let me see if I let me see if I'm getting a reading on the meter. No reading. Pin number 1. So I'm not going to get a reading also from the other side. Oh, I'm getting reading, 0.701. Interesting. I'm not getting reading here, but I'm getting reading here, the other side. Now let's try a second one, okay? What if I put the red at the middle? Pin number 2. See if I'm going to get a reading. No reading with the black pin on the black probe on pin number 3. Also no reading with the black pin the black probe on pin number 1 with the red at the middle. Okay, so that means that the base is pin number 3. Now I got a reading earlier when red was at pin number 3. Here, when I did this with the black at the middle. Now, let's now try this one. Okay, I'm going to put the black probe on pin number 1. If I get a reading, that means we're correct. The base pin is pin number 3. Yes. So I'm getting a reading also. What does that mean? Okay, the base pin is pin number 3. Now, with the red probe on the base, what does that mean? This transistor is an NPN transistor with pin 3 as a base. Now, let's identify now which is which, pin 1 and 2, for pin 1 and 2, which is the collector, which is the emitter there, for pin 1 and 2. Let's do that now. And we need to compare the forward voltages. Forward voltage on pin number 1, 0.706. Forward voltage on pin number 2 is 0.701 volts. What does that mean? Okay, so pin number 1 is the emitter. Pin number 2, so pin number 1 is the emitter. Pin number 2 is the collector. Pin number 3 is the base. So this transistor is an NPN transistor with the pin configuration as follows. Emitter, pin number 1. Collector, pin number 2. And base, pin number 3. ECB, PNP. NPN. Let's check. So again, I'll insert it here. Like that. Switch on our put it on transistor like that and check. The flat face is facing us, huh? See? Flat face. Facing on this direction. Flat face. Okay, now let's check. So my guess is NPN and the configuration is ECB. Emitter, collector, base. NPN, ECB. Yeah, see. So it's stating it. NPN and ECB. For this transistor. Now with that, I would like to conclude the video for today. And as always, I would like to encourage everybody to keep experimenting, keep learning, and hope to see you next time here in Derektronic.